Savory beef tartare accompanied by eggplant.
Here's what I'll do. I'll let you start by cutting the small cubes first. That's simple enough. Then I'll handle the basil.
Angelina and Jessica, two 25-year-old friends from Nice, are not what you would call culinary experts.
I think we can make the small dice even smaller. Like that, there are 3 inside.
But since they discovered this cookbook, Simply Simple, nothing scares them anymore. Tonight, she's taking on a beef tartare with eggplant and chicken and zucchini skewers.
The concept is to create small strips, perhaps narrow or rather wide.
For each recipe, between 2 and 6 ingredients maximum. Each has a photo, and the instructions fit within 8 lines.
Preheat the oven to 180 degrees. Cut the chicken into strips. Slice the zucchini into strips. Thread the skewers onto wooden sticks and marinate them in olive oil for 30 minutes. Bake skewers for 20 minutes and enjoy hot or cold.
Summer squash.
No rare ingredients, no complicated words, or hard-to-find utensils.
No need to have a catering qualification, etc. It's within everyone's reach. No proof needed.
Instead of buying frozen food products.
There you go. In the end, there's no more excuses for not cooking well.
The outcome truly matches their efforts. A flawless tartare. And skewers just as beautiful as in the photo from the cookbook. So, for dessert, the same method, with 3 ingredients: pear, lemon, and basil. Angelina and Jessica are preparing a swift granita treat. It's ready. Wow. To their friends, the 2 novices almost seem like great chefs.
Is the seasoning up to your standards? Absolutely wonderful. Yes, indeed, it definitely does.
In France, like her, over 1.5 million readers have embraced the recipes of Simplicissime, a first for a cookbook. They come in all forms today. Terrines, soup, salad, pizza, pasta. In total, more than 18 titles sold between 10 and 20 euros. Flashy colors and a catchy slogan. The simplest cookbook out there. Behind this impressive success is one talented author, both a chef and a photographer. Jean-François Mallet woke up at the crack of dawn this morning.
So how do you do it there? When you open the door, where do you stand? Well, there.
I open the door and I leave Duven.
And there you go. They're going to come out all at once, I imagine, so hold on. Go ahead.
This 51-year-old Parisian is traveling in the southwest. He came to capture images of Landes hens for a famous cooking magazine. He is one of the few French photographers specialized in culinary reporting. How do you snap chickens?
It's a bit like lions, I guess. You have to approach slowly. What I would really like is to see them truly in the wild, because you've seen where they're raised. And to observe them a bit in motion. These are poultry with lots of muscle and meat. That should be super firm. It has to taste really good.
Photography, a passion that dates back to childhood, when his father gave him his first camera. For 20 years, he has journeyed the planet, capturing photos of everything related to food. What eats it? Like what cooks it?
I thought to myself that I was going to do the work of a reporter, similar to how people engage with war, architecture, to cook the food, the crust, as I was calling it. I was setting out to meet people who were stirring pots, visiting the bustling markets, and chopping ingredients, because I really wanted to witness some real action. Look at me. Don't move, just keep your legs steady. Put it back as before. There you go, that's very good, don't move. There you go, stroke it a little bit with your finger when you do it.
Before the phenomenal success of Simplicissime, Jean-François Mallet published his photos in about 100 books. Relatively limited editions.
She's good. You're going to become famous. It's the Klebichiffer of chicken, let's say. Oh yes, there you go, great.
If he is a photographer, Jean-François Mallet is also a professional cook. His first job. He was top graduate from the renowned Ferrandi Culinary School. Then he worked in famous restaurants at Robuchon or Michel Rostand. It's this expertise that allows him today to craft the recipes for his bestseller. Simply put, Jean-François sets a long list of constraints for himself.
Hey, how's it going? Add a bit of arugula for me.
First rule, only make use of ingredients that are easy to find, since several others are left out.
For instance, that is really great, and I do use it myself, but it's a product that is not readily available everywhere. The goal of this book, after all, is for people to be able to recreate the recipes at home, so that they can shop at their favorite supermarket or market and find the ingredients I suggest to them.
Once a week, he does his shopping at this market. He also gathers ideas for his future recipes.
Small ones like this, some of each because we need a bit of everything. A silk carpe, it's really good, and on top of that, they're beautiful like that. A silk carpe, sharp. Say that, they eat tench? Yes, they eat a lot. They eat a lot of silk carp. I always ask for the advice she gives to her clients because it helps me know what people actually want to eat. Me, I have software in my head. I have all the ingredients that are somewhat installed and move around a bit in my brain. Then I mix this with that, and I get an idea. And above all, I immediately think of the photo, the image it's going to have. I try to make sure it's pretty and appetizing already in my mind. And with that, I create the recipes.
Jean-François releases an average of 1 book per month. He needs to find about 10 recipes per day. After the market, he returns to his office. It's an apartment he rents to exaggerate about his dishes.
Takier.
A diminutive kitchen setup, basic equipment such as this little blender, and also an electric mixer. Utensils acquired at low prices, Jean-François employs the same resources as ordinary everyday people.
We will do the small pumpkins, put them in the oven like tomatoes, and then fill them with mushrooms.
To keep up the pace, Jean-François prepares several dishes at once. Next to the pumpkin with mushrooms, an eggplant, chorizo, and mozzarella. And hot oysters prepared in his own way.
Now that the oysters are nicely chilled, I add a little mix that I prepared earlier, with some mangoes, radishes, and a bit of cilantro.
With the ultimate objective of using fewer ingredients, minimal dishwashing, and as few steps as possible. Eliminate the chores of peeling, for example.
I was just peeling a potato, but actually, I don't need to peel them. I just realized that I can actually skip a step. The skin of potatoes is tasty, and the most time-consuming part is peeling the potatoes. A potato, we wash it well, the skin is delicious, we save a step, and also add vitamins to the recipe.
Jean-François writes nothing in advance. He improvises in real time. For his lamb chops, after having simplified the preparation of the potatoes. Another idea comes to him.
No, we're not going to use water. See if I have white wine. We'll use white wine. It's good, but it'll be better. And if I add some white wine, it'll have that touch. It'll be great.
When he is satisfied with the result, he summarizes the recipe in a few lines, then dictates it to his assistant.
And 8 lamb chops. Slice them into thin strips.
Done.
Is that truly everything? Yeah.
The chef then steps aside for the photographers. Jean-François has set up a small studio in the next room. He uses nothing but white dishes, the everyday kind that his readers commonly find in their cupboards.
I never tamper with photos. You know why? Why I don't tamper? Because I simply don't know how to do it. It was the time when we used to paint chickens to make them beautifully golden and just right.
3 deliciously new recipes are now ready for his forthcoming book. Lamb chops confit with sage. Eggplant wallets. And crispy oysters with mango coriander. Since he launched the collection 2 years ago, Jean-François has created 2,000 recipes. They fill the stomachs of her readers, but also the coffers of her publisher.
The eyelid isn't quite right in that spot. It hasn't settled. Yeah. Perhaps that particular one in the back should be carefully adjusted and slid into its proper place. I'll see if it works here or not.
It is Jean-François who alone chooses the recipes to publish, their order, and their layout.
We'll do something kind of like that.
Thanks to his efforts, Hachette Pratique has become the foremost French publisher of culinary books. The Simplicissime collection represents half of its revenue. Hi, a miraculous recipe exported all around the world.
Hi, Catherine.
From Europe to Asia, From the United States to Russia, Simplissimo or Simple has sold 500,000 copies abroad and comes in 14 versions.
Actually, I wanted to discuss the 15th edition. We've received a very serious offer coming from a Brazilian publisher who is eager to expand Simplicissime in their large, dynamic and diverse market. But there is the same obstacle as for some foreign editions, which is that they would like to remove the foie gras recipes, so edit them.
I have no objections. We can swap with other recipes from different books.
There are certain ingredients that you can't find in Brazil at all, such as foie gras and Lorson. The Brazilian publisher is requesting that I completely remove these specific ingredients from the simplified version that will be published locally due to the fact that they are simply unavailable.
In the Chinese edition, the foie gras recipe, for example, was replaced by green tea muffins. Is it common for a cookbook to have such international success? No.
It's exceedingly rare, absolutely exceedingly rare. It's exceptional, truly exceptional. It happens once every century. It's really amazing.
Jean-François states that this success really changed his life.
It's a living room.
What's that?
It's the big Beijing book fair.
But he remains discreet about his royalties.
I have rights on all the books that come out, to varying degrees.
Today, has this success made you rich? Can we say that?
Richer than before, in any case, yes. It's true that having a success like that changes daily life a bit from the independent work I was doing. If we send now, you can certainly notice quite a few examples over there.
If he managed to charm the amateur cooks, how is this jack of all trades viewed by the great chefs?
Hiya there, everyone.
How are you? He has an appointment with a gastronomy icon, Anne-Sophie Pic, the most Michelin-starred chef in the world. What do you expect from him, Anne-Sophie?
He does it incredibly well to elevate, actually. He's truly an enhancer.
The sublimator, as she calls it,
Don't move, that's really great. There you go.
came to photograph his latest creations.
I can try to move this flower a bit closer to me.
For the next work of the chef with 7 Michelin stars. Anne-Sophie Pic has known Jean-François for over 20 years. He illustrated his first book. Sure.
It's genuinely quite really not good.
Between them, a bond has formed, even though their cooking styles are now worlds apart. For this John Dory filet with geranium, sage and lemon balm, Anne-Sophie Pic uses around 20 ingredients in total. Haute couture cuisine that doesn't stop the talented starred chef from recognizing Monsieur Simplissime's impressive skills.
It's easy to make a dish with a lot of things, to move with many ingredients, of course, when you need to stage them creatively, yet achieving something truly wonderful and very good with simple and basic things, that's where the real brilliance and genius lies. It allows people to really re-engage in cooking. I truly think that's absolutely amazing. And he does it exceptionally well with his books, meaning he empowers people to cook again, which is absolutely vital to the heart of our society.
A success that fuels competition. For the holidays, booksellers will offer about 10 similar collections.
When you see, lift a little.
Jean-François Mallet, meanwhile, continues to capitalize on his niche. The next step is a smartphone app that will feature all his recipes.